I would like to continue with this exercise first นะคะ Okay, so for this exercise we use the worksheet function. Okay, here to generate for example here we use max, mean and average. It's a worksheet function. Okay, and also we use message box as well. Okay, so we have variable name as such as prompt, title, button to represent each argument. We call it argument inside message box. Okay, so if we do it this way, it's gonna more clean. I mean, your code will gonna be more clean. Okay, and then we have thing like an input box as well. So user can type in input box. Okay, นะคะ have to why okay.
Recording in progress.
So we're gonna start the next exercise here. Okay, after the input box, we go to the date and times. Okay, so for this exercise, so normally if I want date and time in workbook, can anyone tell what Excel function that I can use คะ if I want date and time in workbook? What is the worksheet function of date and time คะ Yahoo! After the lunch, okay, most people have problem after lunch นะคะ you feel you are sleepy, thing like that. Okay. So what is a function คะ you can try in here นะคะ for example date, year, month, day, or you can use thing like now. Okay, so you have thing like date and time. Okay, so you can have both date and time by using NOW nouns in worksheet. But here in our VB นะคะ in order to get the date and time นะคะ I'm gonna add one more module here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a button. Okay, active X. Okay, and here at the property here, when you click at this, at the property here, I changed the caption to show date. Okay, and probably I can control C and control V, and this one going to be show time. Okay, so if I press show date, I like it to say thing like current date, and then for example, today is 15 November or 11, 2021. Okay, and then if I press show time, it should show this is 1 p.m. thing like that. Okay, so the idea should be this one, to use the message box to tell what is the date and the time. Okay, so for the date, here is very simple. You just type show date and okay, so this is the name that we set up, and then we just use function date, message box, current date, and then and date. Okay. The current date as date. Sorry, Naka. The current date as date. Naka. And then here, Control C, I double click at the show date here, and then double click at the command button one here and paste. Okay. So if I want it to work, I have to click the design mode one time and then click. So it says the current date is today. Okay. And then if I want show time here, can you try by yourself? Show time. It's just time, time, time. So here I can change the module name first as well. So it's going to be A4 date and time. Okay. Sorry, it's not allowed to have ampersand. So I can have A4 date and time. Okay. And then I can have sub show time. And then message box current time and time. Okay. And then I double click at this and then come back here, design mode one time. Double click here and get show times. So when I want it to work, I have to click design mode one more time. So current time and then 1 p.m. thing like that. Can you make it work, darling?
Yes,ครับ.
Okay, very good. Now, if you want to calculate the date and time, there are things that are a little bit complicated than just show date and time. Okay, because there are a number of formats, such as it can be text, I mean string, but probably what we want to calculate, we cannot add, we cannot plus, we cannot calculate the text. We have to convert it to the numeric. So you can calculate it, right? So suppose that I delete this one out, okay. And then what we wanted here is we want to take the difference between the two, that how many hours that this person work or thing like that. So to perform the calculation is here. So we have to set variable as the data type should be date. Okay, so previously we have numeric data type as long or double or single or integer, and then text, the data type as string. So this time we're gonna set data type as date. Okay, so I'm gonna put sub calculate different date. Okay, so here we can have date start and date end. So the first, if you don't know what to do, you just declare a variable and get some mark. Declare variable, okay, and dim probably date start as data type should be date, date, and you should have another one as date end as date, date as well. Okay. So because we have to loop through this one, so you can use do while and do until. Okay, So it can be, so we gonna initially. Okay, we have to go to this workbook, but the thing is I always have problem of worksheet or workbook. So it might not work on mine, but it should work on yours. Yeah. So I selection this worksheet. So I double click at this worksheet, Control C, and back here, Control V. Okay. So if I move to other worksheet, I would expect, sorry, I always has this problem. So don't worry, you can make it work on your นะคะ Would it work on your คะ
Yes ครับ
Okay ค่ะ so I'm gonna have to comment it out for me นะคะ and then here we're gonna have to start at suppose that I have another one here row num as integer numeric. Okay, so I'm gonna start at row num equal to, okay, and then I'm gonna use do while. Okay, do while not empty until empty, stop. So here I have to use not is empty cells row num column 1. Okay, another close bracket and loop. Okay, so inside do while here I will have to assign value to variable. So here my date start would equal to cells row num 1 column 1. Okay, and my date end would equal to cells row num column B or column 2. Okay, then because sometimes there is an VB function to make sure that you convert anything that is not date to date. So we have a specific function that we can use. We use C. C is mean convert and date. So normally you can use C date, C string, C is mean convert. So you convert to date. We use C date. Okay. So we're gonna use C date because we're not sure that this one is exactly the date or not. So just to make sure that it is a date. So we try as much as we can. So in this case, we gonna use C date. So C date. So expression as date. Okay. And here as well, I use C date. Expression as date. Okay. And then what we gonna do it here is there is okay. Suppose that here is an invalid date. It's not the type of the date. So we will have to check here as well. Okay, whether both of them is date. So that is another word, not only see date, is wait date as well. So we're gonna use if is date, D-A-T-E date, date start, and so you see that this is the first time you see the word and, is date, date two. Then if both is date, then we're gonna calculate the difference. So cell row num column C or row num 3, and then I would introduce another function to calculate the date. We call it date diff. For example, suppose that you invest into a derivative where there is a certain date of the contract and it's less than 1 year normally. So probably you want to count how many days. So you use date diff in this case, for example, here. So here, because it's the time. So if you look at here, date diff and then interval here, because it's not the day, it's an hour. So I put H is hour. So you can go to help by press F1. Sorry,นะคะ. And then you can just type anything, for example, date and time, or date diff, for example, date diff. Okay, because now it's not the same as before. Normally, when previously on the old version, we have built-in help file in VB code here. But since the update to the new version, Microsoft Office, so all will come to the online, because it can be shared between other Office as well, such as PowerPoint, Access, or things like that. So date 2, date 3, we can use date diff here. Okay. So there are a number of ways that and there are some many examples that you can use as well. Okay. So the interval here, you can have things like hour, HR. I think I'm gonna show you about the help file later, but I want to go on with my Excel file here. So the date interval here, date diff, and then is hour. So I put H here, and then it's the difference between date 1 and date 2. Date 1 and date 2. So I can I put date 1, date 2 here? Date start and date end here. Okay. Or you can else, if one of these is not date, else you're gonna have to message box what you want to tell user here คะ message box type a valid date in cells type valid date in cells and then and if don't forget this one as one. Okay. So I'm gonna copy my code to our Zoom chat here. Control C and then chat here. Control V. Okay. And let's see. I'm not quite sure about on this one. They start and they end. So here, if I want it to work, I have to double click. Did I do that? Calculate diff date. And then I have to add one more button here. Double click and paste. And at the button here, I change it to calculate date. My God, this should be in. Sorry นะคะ โอเคค่ะ so it work นะคะ so instead of date 2 นะคะ it's date n นะคะ control C I put the right one on the chat or you just change here นะคะ from date to date n นะคะ can you make it work คะ
yes ครับ
so I should have another one another button to delete okay to delete date diff I double click I can type it here or I can type at the module as well C2 to C6 dot contents okay design mode one time and delete and call and delete okay so I guess I'm gonna finish the worksheet function here so you can utilize worksheet function by using application dot worksheet function dot and then whatever function that you want to use and be careful about the argument such as from range what to range what thing like that. The second way you can just type for example here you can just type equal sign and then make it here make it same as when you type in this Excel function and then we go to message box input box date and time so now I'm gonna go to user define function it means that you're gonna create your own function okay before I move to that part are you all right with this exercise คะ Can I go to the next exercise ค่ะ so this time what I'm going to do it here is I'm going to create a user define function okay so for example suppose that you have to calculate bonus every morning or every day or very often or you have to do some specific task that there is no function in existing function in Excel that will fulfill your need. Okay, so here you can create your own function. So the first one, what we're going to do it here. So I'm gonna create one more module here. Insert module, and then I change it name to A5, and then use the UDF, user define function. Okay. Up to this point yet, darling? Yo. Woo.
ครับ
Okay. Once so normally when we create a sub, we normally just type sub and then name, any name, any name, and then enter. So this is a sub procedure, but actually you can insert a sub here, procedure. Okay, and then suppose you name it as any name, and then you can press OK, and it's gonna be the same. You can make it public, or you can make it to use all over module, or you can use it as a private, just this worksheet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you can insert here as well. And also how you can here you can create function as well. Function as well, and then type the name. Okay, but normally I will type by myself here, function. Okay, and then any name. Okay, so suppose that what I want here is this is box. What is this? Can I delete this? Okay, and then so I have a worksheet function, message box, input, and date div. Can I delete this one as well? Okay, so we just have 3 worksheet, 1, 2, 3, 4 worksheet here. Okay, we have 4 worksheet here. So suppose that I'm gonna create another worksheet here, just in case I'm gonna use for function exercise. Okay, FN, probably FUNCTI, function exercise. Okay, so in bonus, normally you're gonna have to know what is the salary, and then what is the percentage of the bonus. Okay, so for example, a salary is 5,000 and the bonus is 7%. So you just multiply this together to get the bonus as monetary term. Okay, so here what we want to do is, instead of having to type this, multiply this. Okay, so what we're going to do it here is we want to do things like bonus, and then we can put the number in here, comma in here, and then the in front here is the salary, and the second one is the percentage, the bonus percent. And then once we click OK, we expect to see what is the bonus. Okay, we expect to see what is the bonus. So it means that now we create our own bonus function. It never have bonus in this worksheet. When I type BO, there is no bonus word. So we're gonna have to create our own bonus. So what we're gonna do here is I type function. Okay. And then we're gonna use the word bonus. Okay. What the bonus here, the data type is double. Okay, because we don't know how large it is. And then here inside we have salary and also percent as double as well. Okay, salary as double. Okay, so when we type bonus, when we type, so you see that there is a word bonus on worksheet. Okay, because we have already created a function called bonus, and inside we should have two separate words such as salary and percent, because I have option explicit here, so it obligation to declare what is the salary data type, what is the percent data type, what is the bonus data type here. Okay, so here what we're gonna do here is bonus equal to salary multiplied by percent. You can name other names such as percentage instead of percent, thing like that. Okay. So I finish this. Suppose that I'm gonna utilize my bonus. So I can click here, comma, click here and close the bracket and enter to get the bonus that I want. Okay. So actually we already have over 300 predefined functions. Okay. And the most used function in Excel is sum, S-U-M sum, you know. Okay. So when we add bonus, so it's gonna add another function into Excel. Okay. So a function is also a block of code that perform a task. It's similar to sub-procedure, but usually we create it to use it in workbook, in our worksheet here. Okay. So normally the function here normally is about calculation. Sometimes it's a bit complicated than this because you want to simplify your work. That's why you create your own function. Okay. So if you look at here, it's quite simple to do worksheet function by yourself here. So the next function that we're gonna do it here. Suppose that I want you to do by your own. Create a function that can multiply the first and the second number and set power 2 and power 2 and then square the third number. I don't know what you understand or not. Okay, now hold on. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Okay. The second function that I want you to try, okay, to create a function. Suppose that I have three numbers, 12, 5, and then 4. So I say that this function, you must multiply the first and the second, and then make it power 2, and then after you get this, and then you have to power 2, and then square okay, power square the fourth, the third, okay, to get the result. Suppose that this is the function that you have to do it more very often, so you will have to create your own function. Okay, so suppose that we set up these functions as our call. Okay, so create a function named our call to do this task นะคะ I give you about 5 minutes นะคะ to try นะคะ Okay, break out. How many students here? We have 15. So how many in group 1? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and only 1, 5. Hold on นะคะ Group 5, you are on your own นะ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Group 5, you have 5 students. Group 1, I guess they okay on their own. So the rest นะคะ could I have พิสิทธิ์พงษ์รุยาศิรดาอัธวุฒินัทนิชา and ธนดล together. So we have all together 3 group นะคะ group 1 and then group 5 and then the rest I put you all in group 2 นะคะ โอเคค่ะ 1 2 3. Anyone want to share with us คะ You any group คะ
Yes ครับ
โอเคค่ะ please
เว้นนะครับ
ค่ะ
Okay. So this is the number and then our cal. Then I choose each number. Then I get the answer. So this is what the function I wrote. I set up as base 1, base 2, base 3 as a double. So I use base 1 time base 2 and power to 2, and then this is a square root base 3 and it's power 2 again.
I'm not quite sure can you double check นะคะ why you root 2 อะคะ why you square root อะคะ
I think that in your direction is a square root the number 3.
square sorry นะคะ sorry I okay before that thank you very much ค่ะ Thamatouch so you are Thamatouch group 1 นะคะ Thamatouch T นะคะ group 1 okay so let me see นะคะ here นะคะ what I say create a function that can multiply the first and the second. We multiply it together and then power 2. Okay, I didn't say square root, but and then I should say root with the third, right? Sorry นะคะ root the result by the third number. So here, after I square, after I power 2, then I root it with the third number. So from Thamatouch point, we just change this one to this one, right? Okay, ค่ะ Thamatouch, can you share your code to us as well คะ
Yes ครับ
Okay ค่ะ anyone else has other method คะ Hello what about group 2 คะ group 2 4 group 2 plus 4 plus 6 jump
almost like T ครับ
okay what about group 5 what about group 5 คะ
We give the same as T ค่ะ
ค่ะ
except for the last part.
Yeah, so sorry นะคะ so it's my bad นะคะ that instead of using the word root I use the word square นะคะ so if I change it to root the result by the third number so it's gonna be root 4 not the square root so here if I change so if I change this to 5 so the number gonna change 100 and 100 and I root 2 thing like that or I root 5 นะคะ so if I modify this a bit so can I have T code first นะคะ thank you T so I copy control C and then I paste it to my VB code here okay so here okay so what I have it here is okay you can multiply the first and the second and power 2 and then root it okay can T คะ just another bracket here นะคะ
Yes ครับ
okay very good ค่ะ very good very good okay so now a bit complicated okay suppose that I want you to another exercise นะคะ okay I want you to a function grade for example 40 80, 25. And then if I equal, there is no grade for me. But what I want is if I grade and then the number or just type here instead or whatever is the same นะคะ and enter it should show the grade นะคะ suppose that if it less than 50 F and if it 50 to 60 D and 60 to 70 C and 70 to 80 B and greater than 80 A. Suppose that it's gonna be like this นะคะ Can you please help me to grade to build a function grade นะคะ so previously we used previously we done this before but we didn't make it as function so you will just modify some to make it as function นะคะ is it 5 minutes enough let's try นะคะ1 2 3ตึ๊บ
Recording in progress.
Okay ค่ะ anyone คะ want to share with us คะ
Can I share ค่ะ
yes please ค่ะ
This is my code ค่ะ
so great and then uh-huh wow okay so can you put thing like 65 and then great นะคะ get C wow very good ค่ะธิดาฟ้าพลอยนะคะหนูพลอยนะคะ
ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะ thank you ค่ะธิดาฟ้า from group 5 can we have your code here as well คะ
ว่าค่ะ
thank you ค่ะ
sorry ครับ I don't think we hear you ครับ
oh sorry นะคะ so I copy ธิดาฟ้านะ grade sorry ค่ะ function here and then so the grade is the letter A B C D so it's string and the mark is the number so she declare data type as double and then she use select case if mark equal to this and to this we get up and to this until A so I use her suppose that I have 87 so I expect to get A okay so thank you very much นะคะหนูพลอยธิดาฟ้า group 5นะคะ for the function grade here the next one is about bond or sum top two first okay so suppose that you have two function okay suppose that you have value samples for sum of top two value. Suppose that you have, can everyone please rank between 10 to band between 10 to 60. Okay. And then, okay. And then what I want is to sum the highest and the second line highest. It means I want to sum of the top two value here.นะคะ. So you will have to create a new function. Okay. And then you can just try to use you can use worksheet function if you like, or you can try it your other way, your own way นะคะ Okay, 1 minute นะคะ 1 2 3 go
Recording in progress.
Okay ค่ะ anyone want to share with us คะ Hello who is D คะ Yoo-hoo D who is หนู D ก่อน ก่อน with the wind นะคะ โอเคค่ะ darling ค่ะ anyone want to share with us คะ you have or you have any idea how to do that Yoo-hoo
I can share ค่ะ but I'm not sure
โอเคค่ะ yes please นัทนิชา
this is my function ค่ะ so I use like max and large and then when I try it's like this ค่ะ
sorry ค่ะ can I have a look at your Excel worksheet ค่ะค่ะso it plus between 59 and 53 right okay very good very good very good ค่ะ so can you share your code okay so she utilized worksheet function the first one she used max and the second one I guess she used another function let's see I think she used large or not okay she used large okay so here copy her code นะคะนัทนิชา what is your nickname again นะคะ
หลิงจือค่ะ
หลิงจือนะคะความกรุ๊ปสิกนะคะ
ค่ะ
so I put it on my workbook okay so here I'm gonna paste it here นะคะ so what Ningju did here is okay she declare range as range and then she declares sum as integer okay so suppose that this is more than 50 or the largest the large number so I think it's better to declare it as double just in case นะคะ that so you can use this function all over any number นะคะ you don't have the limit of the size of the memory do you understand คะ
yes ครับ
okay So here sum 2 equal to worksheet function max. Okay, and then plus she use large. So here we can use large and range. So the second from this range, okay, second big here should be 56 here. Okay, so she used large and then second. So actually, if you use large, you can use here the same large as well. And then this one gonna be 1 instead. So here, very good ค่ะ thank you very much นะคะหลิงจือนะคะ okay so here this is what he did it here นะคะ very good very good can make it work so I can use some tool here and then close the bracket and get the number very good ค่ะ thank you ค่ะหลิงจือ okay and the last exercise on function here I want you to try suppose that I have every time I will have to create a bond price I mean I have to calculate the bond price so here I don't have bond price but I have to calculate it every morning okay so here what I want is when I click I should have face value that I can click I should have coupon that I can click I should have yield to maturity that I can click I can have period that I can click as well okay so if I click 1 2 3 4 and then enter I should get the bond price okay I should get the bond price right so I want you to try okay so for each period just try okay just try นะคะ just try นะคะโอเคนะคะ I'll give you 7 minutes for this exercise นะคะ bond price 1 2 3
เดี๋ยวนะแล้วว่าสูตรมันยากมากเลยวะไอ้ bond pricing เนี่ยมันต้อง discount timeline มาด้วยปะมันมี summation ปะ
งงอ่ะ อันนี้งงอันนี้ทำไม่เป็น
ม ไม่แน่ใจนะ แต่คิดว่ามันเกี่ยวกับ summation อะแล้วมันต้อง discount แบบ cash flow กลับมานะ present โดยใช้ YTM เป็น discount rate ถึงจะได้ price ตอนนี้มั้งทำได้ด้วยเหรอวะ
ยากอ่ะ อันนี้งงมากเลย
อันนี้ very ง
มึ
ง
น
เลยครับ
ตึบ
อืมคงต้องหาสูตรง่ายๆในเน็ตแล้วล่ะ
หรือว่ามันคือแค่แบบ future value ส่วน1 บวก rate เอ๊ะโอ๊ยงง หรือมันใช้ดู y วะจ
Oh my gosh สมองใหญ่ไม่พอแล้ว มันยากเกิน7 นาทีไม่ทันหรอก
ำอืม
เฮ้ย แต่เชื่อจะทันก็ได้นะ
ไม่เอาไม่ทำแล้ว ยากอันนี้ ต้อง declare variable วะเนี่ย ไม่ไหวนะ
ได้แล้ว แต่มันต้องใช้สูตรในเน็ตเลย แล้วสูตรมันคอมเพล็กซ์ใช้ได้
โชว์ไปเลย ผมฉลาดครับจาน
เผื่อใครอยากลองเอาไปแปะเล่นๆดู
โอ้เธอโชว์ดิ เธอโชว์เลยแล้วเขาจะได้แบบ โอ้ น้องจำเก่ง
คงไม่ใช่แบบที่เขาต้องการหรอก เขาจะอยากให้ใช้ดูวายจริงๆก็ได้
แต่ก็น่าจะแค่นี้ปะวะ ไม่งั้นมันต้อง declare variable เพิ่มปะแล้วนี่มันไม่ใช่ศัพท์อะน่าจะแค่นี้นะ
not sure ได้ ถ้าไม่มีใครพรีเซนต์ก่อนเราเกิน 5 วิ เดี๋ยวเราจะลองดู
เราขอยูหูสัก10 รอบ
ถ้าเขายูฮูครั้งที่ 3 เดี๋ยวเราพรีเซนต์เลย
ได้เดี๋ยวจะคอยรอฟังยูหู
Recording in progress.
Okay ค่ะ
อาจารย์ can I try ค่ะ
yes please ค่ะอภิชยา
can you see my screen
yes ค่ะ
here's the formula that I try I'm not sure if it's correct
โอเคค่ะ so can you try on worksheet as well equal bond price and then opening the bracket so what is your face or you use FV okay so what is your FV suppose it's 1,000 then type 1,000 what is your coupon suppose it's 5% and YTM is 8% and then period is 10 comma 10 and close the bracket enter period is integer okay because on your function you don't have s but when you use for okay so which one that you want to use is okay นะคะ s okay okay so you get the answer 7986976 wow wow so at first you calculate the coupon made it as present value and at the end you add with the terminal value to make it as present value as well, right?
yes here's the calculation for the coupon like discount the coupon like the total lifetime to the present value and then here is the total bond price including the final value of the bond
Oh, very good ค่ะ so you are
อภิชยาทัพพงศ์ค่ะ
yeah ค่ะ Apichaya what is your nickname คะ
มินค่ะ
Min from group 5 นะคะ
ค่ะ
okay this is the contribution from group 5 hold on นะคะพิชยา MIN เหรอคะมินแต่พิชยา
yes ค่ะ
okay thank you ค่ะ can you share your code to us please
sure
ค่ะ and anyone else has some other method คะ hello other method ที่อัธวุฒิ
I just
I have
use the formula
yes me too ครับ
or you use the formula PV right or what
no ครับ just the bond formula
okay
do you want to see ครับ
yes please
so this is the calculation for bond price so I just put the formula in and so it's here
so your formula here is it the I mean annuity present value of annuity or what is it
yes ครับ so it's just basically bond price formula.
Uh-huh.
So
So is it the present value of annuity for coupon?
yes,
Okay.
ครับ
So here coupon multiply by this.
yes. So it's this
Mhm.
one ครับ bond
Okay.
price formula.
Okay. Okay, so that is the present. The first part is the present value of the coupon as annuity. Okay, so it's annuity, coupon annuity, PMT,
Yes.
coupon as a PMT, and made it as present value. And the second part is the lump sum. So it's the same as Apisala. Apisala use for next to calculate the present value of coupon. But for this is Tamatage, right?
Yes ครับ
For T, he used the coupon formula. Okay,ค่ะ. Can you share your code here as well ค่ะ Thank you, T.
ตัวครับ
ค่ะ What about you นะคะอัธวุฒิจำ
like exactly the same as T ครับ he even
Okay.
used the same picture as mine
Okay. Okay, very good, very good. So, T, you are group 1 นะคะ Okay.อภิสรานะคะ Nin from group 5.
My
Okay.
name actually my name is Apishaya ค่ะอาจาร
อ
ย์
ภิชยานะคะ sorry นะคะ
ค่ะ
อภิ
Okay.
Thank you ค่ะ so I copy อภิชยา and also T code นะคะ to my my Excel here นะคะ so the first one here the first one here is from อภิชยานะคะ and the second one where is from T okay, and then T, did you share yours yet? Okay, I can see your now. Control C, and then I put it on my workbook. Okay, so Apichaya, I give one price 1, and T, I give it name to bond price 2. Okay, and I guess both should be work. Sorry, I didn't share screen. Okay, I guess both should be work well นะคะ so first one is from Apichaya. Who contribute this one คะ some to can you tell again นะคะ
หนิงจือค่ะอาจารย์
จือนะคะ and what about grade นะคะ who contribute to this one คะ
พี่ดาฟ้าค่ะ
พี่ดาวค่ะ okay and who contribute this one นะคะ hello can you tell again คะ actually I put it here but I forget to tell who is who นะคะ who do this and that
I think it's ธรรมทักษ์ครับ
ธรรมทัศน์ where are you คะ T
yes ครับ
did you contribute this one คะ
I think yes ครับ
you think yes โอเคค่ะ thank you ค่ะ okay so we have the whole thing here นะคะ okay so I save this one so we have text no so it's a text how come why save as Excel enable so it's gonna be used as worksheet function okay ค่ะ so we have we can use worksheet function in our VB by using application dot worksheet function dot and then worksheet function. And we learn message box, input box, and date and time, and then we can create our own function here as well.นะคะ. So we finish that part. Can we move to the next one?นะคะ. The next one is we just play around with the workbook and then with the worksheet. Okay. And once we finish these two, we're gonna do more exercise on our previous the existing exercise นะคะ such as user form, simulation, and things นะคะ So for the workbook here, you can normally with the file, you can open, you can close, you can copy, you can do anything with the file. So here, suppose that we want to open a workbook. Okay, suppose that you want to open a workbook. So in order to open a workbook, actually normally if you go to this one and then if you try to open a workbook, so it might probably have to specify where is the path of this workbook. So suppose that you put this into your worksheet like this. For example, you have a lot of Excel worksheet on here. So how would I copy this? How would I copy this? Thing like that. So I can come to this and then Control C, and then I can put it on my code, thing like that. Okay, so I'm gonna open File, New Worksheet. Okay, and then I'm gonna close the old one. Save. Okay, so with the new this one file save as, I'm gonna save it as 51 workbook, and then I'm gonna change the file type to macro enable. Save. Okay. So we're gonna work with the workbook. Actually, you can open the workbook as Excel file. You can also import a text file into your Excel. Okay, and then do your data analysis. Because sometimes if you retrieve the data from a website or from register office, July register office, they will provide it with the text file because it eat less memory. So if you want to analyze the data, so you will have to import that text file into workbook as well. Okay, that is what we going to do. But now suppose that you just want to open a workbook. So here, okay, you open. So I'm gonna insert a button, open a workbook. Okay. And then here, if you don't know what to do, you just insert a module, and then you can A1 open workbook. Okay, why not? And then create a sub procedure. Suppose that you want open text file first, okay? Open text doc. Okay. So here you name your procedure, whatever name you want. And then everyone please go to your blackboard. And then I have text file for you to try here. So you can download to your computer. And then we're gonna try to import this text file into our workbook. Okay. So here, okay. So I'm gonna change this one to open text file. Okay. And then we use workbook function. Workbook dot, sorry, S as well,นะคะ workbook dot. So there are lots of property and method here. We can add, we can close, we can count. So now I want to open OPEN, open, actually dot O, open text here,นะคะ open text. And then if you opening the bracket, you see that a lot of argument inside here. File name, okay, and then probably data type, and then comma, thing like that. So probably you suppose that we just put, okay, because I don't do the whole thing here, so I'm gonna just file name, and I shorten by using colon and dash here. And then our file name here is sorry, it should be equal that, I guess, text use Control C, and then Control V. But the thing is, suppose that we don't know where is it. Suppose we just put it here, and then it's gonna tell what are you talking about, thing like that. And then suppose that I put a comma because I'm gonna select what I want here. Suppose that my file is my text used here is the data delimited. Okay, is text file. So I'm gonna say thing like data type equal to XL delimited comma, and that is supposed that, I guess. Okay, or you can omit this one as well. So here I suppose that I just put only this one. Do you think that I can open my text use here ไหมคะ Hello, where are you all คะ Can I open it นะคะ without saying where is my file นะคะ
maybe no ครับ
Can you try with yours คะ Can you try with yours คะ
For me it doesn't work ครับ it couldn't find the file
Okay, so it means that you need to have a thing like a pet, what they call it, like a pet. So first of all, you have to open your Explorer and then see where is your pet นะคะ where is your hold on นะคะ hold on sec นะ I'll be back second นะคะ โอเคค่ะ sorry นะคะ โอเคค่ะ so once you open did you open this คะ your Explorer did you open it คะ you
yes ครับ
โอเคค่ะ so now sorry นะคะ because it's 11 and so I quite busy with query นะคะ โอเคค่ะ so here now how you copy your pad นะคะ so if you look at here you can click somewhere and then control C and then you can put it here okay you can put it here suppose that I put it here control V and then slash okay and then I run it here control C control V okay I run it here okay So if you look at here, it comes exactly, you know, this one I just save as one of a file in Excel as a text. Okay, so but suppose that you, and then you can save it as Excel workbook. But suppose that you download, for me, for example, I want to download student name or student register, how many students who register and who they are. So I can do so as well. But thing is, they give me as a text. So I will have to import into Excel. Okay, I can do it manually, or I can just use this function workbook dot open text and then file name, and that's it. I can, but you will have to save as a workbook. Okay, can you make it, ka, darling? Yoo-hoo. Can you make it, ka? Jump. Can you make it now,ครับ? Can you open?
yes ครับ
Okay, very good, very good. So now you can, what about text file? It's the same นะคะ For example, if you want to open, sorry, I have to close นะคะ So if I design mode นะคะ Control C, Control V, if I open a workbook, not the text one. Okay, so here, I can change this to open workbook. Okay, if I to open a workbook, I can just sub open workbook, and suppose that I know that what the name of the workbook that I'm going to open. Suppose that I want to open this one. So I'm gonna put it here, workbook dot open. Okay, and then again, file name colon equal, and then my workbook name. But thing is, I need a patch as well. So I Control C, and then I Control V here, and slash. Ria, can you make it, คะ
yes ค่ะอาจารย์
Okay, ค่ะ great. And then slash. Where is the slash? Yes, okay. So I workbook.open file name. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, suppose that you want to make it as read only. Okay, so you can do so as well here. Okay. So here the default is ignore read only. Okay, but if you want to make it read only here, you can type read only true or false as well. So because I didn't follow this all the thing here, so I didn't use the bracket, but I'm gonna use colon and equal sign instead. So I'm gonna use read only colon equal sign and true. Okay, then I'm gonna have to run this. Okay, double click, Control C, double click here, Control V, and then I run this. Oops. What is it? Hold on นะคะ we couldn't find really we couldn't find 51 worksheet function go on นะคะ sorry นะคะ I have dot here dot XLSM suppose that I put XLSM here as well โอเคค่ะ so it open worksheet function โอเคค่ะ for me so you will have to specify the patch and then the data type as well so here I specify the patch where is this worksheet located and then the name of the worksheet and the data type okay so if I run this again it should open my this one and then it's read only it read only so whatever you do is you will have to save as it read only you cannot modify this one okayนะคะ so you know how to open the worksheet and I guess it's time out already so next week is gonna be last week of this so we're gonna do on this one and this and also if we have more time we're gonna do add in Excel add in thing like that นะคะ okay ค่ะ any problem can I give you some homework for example here นะคะ if I suppose that okay I'm gonna use this function then okay from this นะคะ suppose that I give you exercise 6 as a homework okay as a homework suppose that we have a sentence that contain both string and numeric suppose that what I want just only the numeric not the string so how would I do that if for example Ruya has 25 chocolate box so I want 25 and 30 I mean 14 students come today in the class or the price of XYZ stock is okay. So I want to just, for example, any I want like a number from text, So it's gonna be like thing like num from text. And then if I click here and press enter, I would get 25. If I click here and press enter, I should get 14. Or if I try and click here, I should get 250. Okay นะคะ so can you try นะคะ at home นะคะ if you cannot it's okay นะคะ we gonna do it together anyway but if you can it's gonna be best นะคะ but I'm gonna tell you that it's not that easy so you should try in workbook first whether you can do it or not or you need a code to complete that one นะคะ okay any question regarding to this homework คะ Yoo-hoo no
no ครับ
okay ค่ะ thank you for coming this afternoon and I will see you next Monday นะคะ It's
Recording
gonna be
stopped.
last Monday นะคะ last day before exam พี่หนูแดงwhat about BBA that does she send you the exam date yet คะ
yes ครับ
so when is the COMM app exam is it 29
I think it's later than that I will see แป๊บนึงครับอาจารย์
I think 29 really later than that
I think it's 29 ค่ะอาจารย์
yes I guess นะคะ okay ค่ะ thank you darling so you can start to it's still open book so you can start to organize your document นะคะ so you can print it out or whatsoever okay ค่ะ and it's the same as midterm นะคะ you have exam on your own computer and then you have to open your mobile so I can watch พี่หนูแดง can watch what you are doing นะคะ okay I will see you next Monday thank you very much for coming today นะคะ see you
อา
bye
จารย์
bye
ค่ะ
I promise next week you can get your mark your midterm
อาจารย์ค่ะ
yes ค่ะนัทนิชา
my friend asked me to ask you like whether you will post the link of the makeup class last week อะค่ะ
okay ค่ะ I will ค่ะ but I have to because I'm an instructor so I guess the display should be different from yours but normally last semester the student they can find it by themselves so I don't know whether they change anything that why you cannot see it so I will try to find last time I think we did it and then I post it somewhere นะคะ so
so you will post in Blackboard right if you can find like the link
do you prefer to our like group or Blackboard คะ
oh I think both ways are fine ค่ะ like anyway
โอเคค่ะนัทนิชา thank you for your friend and your friend and your friend and you as well โอเคนัทนิชา where are you คะ seaside
ค่ะอ๋อค่ะ seaside
oh very nice very beautiful where is the place ค่ะ
หัวหินค่ะ
wow I like หัวหิน it's very very beautiful thank you ค่ะ any other question คะ
อาจารย์
ครับอัธวุฒิจำ
I want to recheck the due date for the final project is 2 weeks after the final exam right
Okay, let me check first. But typically it's 2 weeks after final exam. But thing that I'm worried about is I don't know whether the university imposed that this is the last date that you have to submit the grade. So in that case, I have a constraint of that one. But if they do not have this constraint, so normally 2 weeks after after the final นะคะ อัธวุฒิ I'm gonna tell you once I check what is the last date that I can submit the grade นะคะ
when do you think you will know the date ครับ
I think today just
อ๋อ
now
โอเคครับ
so so Atterwood you can start to do it นะคะ just don't wait until last minute นะคะ I think group 6 would be fine นะคะ group 6 would be okay นะ just group I'm not quite sure where have all your colleague gone นะคะ but many students they didn't turn up in the class so I don't know how to help them นะคะรุยา any question คะ
no question ค่ะอาจารย์
โอเคค่ะ thank you ค่ะโอเคพิชยา any question ธนดลยานิสาธิดาฟ้าอัตวุฒิธรรมทัศน์อัตวัฒน์อานนท์
อาจารย์ครับ can I have the code for the open worksheet นะครับพอดีว่า when I did it says error so I don't know where did I do wrong
very good ค่ะ what I want to tell you is if you cannot or if you try to rectify your code and then it still not work I would recommend you to type the whole thing again but anyway ค่ะ I'm gonna give you my code but thing is normally about what I say about 99% of the mistake that your code doesn't work is mistype so you will have to retype again นะคะ and it work โอเคนะคะ where's the chat โอเคค่ะโอเคค่ะทันมาชัดที่คะ
yes ครับ
you will have to change the pad นะคะ the pad and the file name as well นะคะ make it your นะคะ
I think it's not me ครับอาจารย์
so who asked me the code คะ
ธนดลครับ
อานนท์ครับอานนท์ please
ธนดลครับ
ธนดลI would like to say that sometimes you have to read the message the error message when it pop up what is the error message if it say that it cannot find this name this file it means that you specify the wrong path or the file name but your code is okay นะคะ so you have to read what is the error message every time when you get the error message please read it don't hasten to close that error message นะคะ read it first โอเคค่ะศิรดา any question
อาจารย์ครับone thing about our final project is it can be anything ครับ or do you have
anything ค่ะ it can be anything feel free to think what you want to do and then just do it นะคะ
okay ครับso I mean at least any thing we need to think in mind ครับ so how you will grade it or something like that
the greater is the better ค่ะ don't just do simple thing like random 10 number and that's it นะคะ
โอเคครับอาจารย์
ค่ะอานนท์วุฒิชัย do you have วุฒิชัด I never hear please speak to me ค่ะวุฒิชัด
ครับผม
โอเคค่ะ any question คะ
no ครับ
โอเคค่ะศิรดา
no ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะ โอเคค่ะเด่นนะคะบายบายยานิสานัดeveryone นะคะโอเคนะคะ so ศิรดา any question คะ
no ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ thank you นะคะ everyone นะคะ see you next week นะคะ Monday นะคะโอเคค่ะบายบาย don't forget
Bye
thank you ครับ
don't forget to have homework but if you cannot do it นะคะ don't just try just wait for next week นะคะบายบาย